Hello, my name is Iris. I'm just an ordinary taxi driver in America. I got married last year, and this year we're talking about welcoming a little angel to our home. That's why I have to work twice as hard as I did before to give my family the best things possible. That day, after driving a guest from a farm to the outskirts of the city, I was about halfway home. I saw a woman in a red shirt, holding a red umbrella and standing by the side of the road, waving at me. It looked like she was in a hurry. I pulled over and offered to give her a ride. The girl in red handed me a small piece of paper after getting into the car. It had the address and directions to where I needed to go. But the address was strange to me. Although I've been working as a taxi driver for more than 4 years, it was the first time I'd seen an address like this. Maybe it was located somewhere on the outskirts of the city. As I had expected, the navigation device told me it would take about an hour to arrive. Throughout the whole trip, that woman didn't say a single word. Everything she wanted to communicate to me was written down on papers. The atmosphere was getting colder, even though I had the air conditioner on to its minimum level. The windows were closed, but every few minutes I could feel a blast of cold air. It was spooky and made me shiver with the goosebumps. About 45 minutes into the ride, my navigation device suddenly said error. Then the woman in the red dress passed me another sheet of paper containing a small map on it and a caption saying that I needed to drive about 30 minutes more to arrive at her destination. Sometimes I glanced at her through the car mirror, but I accidentally made eye contact with her, and her eyes were staring right at me, as if she was staring at me the whole time. So I followed the instructions in the paper. I had to drive through a dark forest with the thought that we might arrive at our destination when we reach the end of the forest. But then I had to navigate a turn, and next to it was a signpost in 2 directions. It said turn left to enter town and turn right to go to the farm. Now the woman immediately raised her hand and made a sign for me to turn right, saying that this was a shortcut and that if we went this way, we would get there faster. We continued moving for another 15 minutes, and then she suddenly told me to stop the car. As soon as I got out of the car and opened the door for her, 2 freaky guys jumped out of the grove of trees as if they were about to attack me. They had guns. 2 men, one short, one fat, both wearing a mask with the shape of a bird's head, looking creepy. However, right at the moment I turned on the car's engine, one of them broke the glass with a gun and then pointed the barrel at me. I was never so afraid. With my eyes closed, I hit the accelerator pedal, jammed it to the floor as hard as I could. The other man immediately opened fire, but fortunately the bullet was going the wrong way. Seeing their prey run away, they kept honking and shooting while chasing after us for a little while longer and then stopped. After I regained my composure, I immediately called the police and reported the accident. I was hoping to find a bar or some place to rest while waiting for the police to arrive. But the scary things didn't stop there. I must have been running about 30 minutes when I recognized that old sign by an abandoned gas station. Somehow I must have been running in circles. But even more frightening, the woman with the red umbrella was still standing on the side of the road, waving at me. I immediately looked back, and she disappeared. I sighed a breath of relief. But then I looked up to find out that she had already navigated her way to the front of my car. Like a reflex action, I immediately steered the car and crashed it into a tree. I was very startled and didn't know what to think, but it was certainly scary. After that, I didn't remember anything. I just knew that the police had arrived just in time to take me and my car to the garage. But one thing amazed me. The police had arrested 2 suspects in this area who'd been living off the land growing corn and right below the sewer where I parked my car, and was robbed by bandits. The police had found the body of a young girl, and after investigating, they were able to identify that girl as Lisa. She'd gone missing, lost in this area, about a month ago. Her car died on the road, and it was raining so heavily. She brought an umbrella with her and walked for a long distance. But it was so unfortunate of her to meet these 2 bastards. The story of the girl with the red umbrella has haunted me for a long time. Whenever I'm on the street and see a girl waving at me, I get that sudden feeling of fear and dread. I just can't stop thinking, was this a ghost, an apparition of some kind? And I don't think I'll be taking any late night questionable customers ever again.